What's up guys, AD back with another Destiny Child video, and in today's video everyone we are going to be overviewing the Strigoy Ragna Break guide for our current event. So a huge thank you to Saturn for putting this amazing guide together, and of course a huge thank you for the translations as well. So Saturn did put together 4 teams that they recommend for our upcoming event, so hopefully this guide is helpful to you all. And of course it does include recommendations for puppets as well, but of course puppets are non-essential as you can see based on this guide, so I wouldn't worry too much about them, but nonetheless an amazing guide here featuring the best teams for the upcoming event. But before we dive into this guide, everyone make sure to leave a like on this video, as well as be sure to subscribe to the channel, and of course if you haven't yet done so already, check out channel memberships down below if you're interested in further supporting the channel. And of course a huge thank you to all of the members that have joined so far. But with all of that being said, let's get started here with Saturn's Ragna Break events guide for the Strigoy event. So we'll be starting from the top left and moving our way to the bottom right, and we do have here the most recommended team for this event, so you could expect this team to be highly prioritized. And for the childs here, we do have 5-star Courtesan Battery, 5-star Failnaught, 5-star Anemone, 5-star Teresa, as well as 5-star Lupin. Now for the leader skill of this team, you'll want to run Teresa, and for the skill order, we do have Courtesan Battery on tap slide slide, Failnaught slide, Anemone slide tap tap, Teresa slide tap tap, and of course Lupin either slide tap tap or slide tap. As for the minimum ignition, they do recommend Courtesan Battery full ignition as well as Anemone 3-star ignition. As for the attack stat order, so this would be in terms of which units do have the highest attack on the team, second highest attack, and so on. So we do have here Courtesan Battery highest attack, Anemone second highest attack, and Teresa third highest attack. As for the drive order, we do have here Teresa drive into Anemone drive and end off with the Lupin drive. Now for the recommended puppets, here they are on screen. So for the top row would be the top priority for each unit, and of course the second row of puppets would be the secondary option if you would like to apply them. Of course the puppets don't seem to be essential for the upcoming raid, but if you do happen to have any of these, then feel free to toss them onto your units, as they could significantly improve your damage overall. As for the notes here of this team, we do have battery must be fully ignited, Teresa with level 2 ignition would be helpful, and if you have a healing puppet on battery, raid and Ragna burst will become easier. As for the second team on the right hand side here, we have a team with Rusalka, so we do have Courtesan Battery, Failnaught, Rusalka, Teresa, as well as Lupin. As for the skill order, we are running Courtesan Battery on tap slide slide, Failnaught slide, Rusalka slide tap tap, Teresa slide tap tap, and of course Lupin either slide tap tap or slide tap. As for the minimum ignition, we do have Courtesan Battery fully ignited, and for the attack stat order, we do have Courtesan Battery for the highest attack. As for the second highest attack, you'll want Rusalka to be the second highest, and for the third highest attack, we do have Teresa here. And of course this team will be using the Teresa leader skill yet again. As for the drive order, we are running Teresa drive into Rusalka drive and ending off with the Lupin drive. As for the recommended puppets, here they are on screen with 2 rows of recommendations once again, and to remind you all, the top row will be the priority of the puppets. As for the notes of this team here, we do have this team requires decent equipment options to ensure survival. If you are dying, make sure to try Anemone. As for the third team on this guide, we do have a team with Kresnik, the new fire type supporter. As for the childs here, we do have Courtesan Battery, Failnaught, Kresnik, Teresa, as well as Lupin, and of course for the leader skill, we are running Teresa. As for the skill order, we are running Courtesan Battery, tap slide slide, Failnaught slide, Kresnik slide tap tap, Teresa slide tap tap, and of course Lupin either slide tap tap or slide tap. As for the minimum ignition, we do have Courtesan Battery fully ignited, Kresnik fully ignited, and of course the others unignited. As for the attack stat order, we are running Courtesan Battery for the highest attack, Kresnik with the second highest attack, and Teresa the third highest attack. As for the drive order, we are running Teresa into Lupin drive and ending into Fever Time, we are driving Kresnik. As for the recommended puppets, here they are on screen with 2 rows once again, and for the notes here of this team composition, Kresnik must be fully ignited, and second of all here, Kresnik not recommended if you have the Metis puppet on Lupin. As for the final team on this guide, we do have a team for a newer player, which does consist of Courtesan Battery, Neptune, Anemone, Nubimona, and Lupin, and for the leader skill, we are running Nubimona. As for the minimum ignition, we do have Courtesan Battery fully ignited and Anemone 3-star ignition. Now if if you are a newer player, I wouldn't expect you to have too many ignition core materials, so if you can't ignite your courtesan battery or anemone, I wouldn't worry too much at all. As for the attack stat order, we are running courtesan battery with the highest attack, anemone with the second highest attack, and Neptune with the third highest attack. As for the drive order, we are running anemone drive into Neptune drive and ending off with Lupin drive. As for the puppet recommendations, here they are on screen once again with 2 rows of recommendations. And for the notes here, we have a nice team for beginners. Now, if you do find yourself struggling a ton during the raid, you may need to implement Kresnik, as of course we're unsure if the boss skills will be changed, so make sure to mess around with your team if you do happen to be struggling with the raid. And of course, if you do happen to have any questions, make sure to leave them in the comment section below, and I'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Or you can make sure to join my Discord server linked in the description box below as well, and feel free to chat in our Ragna Break channel. So that'll pretty much do it for today's Destiny Child video here on the channel, everyone, and of course the guide overview of Saturn's amazing guide here. So a huge thank you to Saturn once again for putting together an amazing guide for all of us to follow. Of course, the puppet recommendations as well as the attack stat order on this guide is very helpful. So if you guys would like to check out this image, I'll be sure to have it linked in the description box below. But before you go, everyone, make sure to leave a like on this video, as well as be sure to subscribe to the channel, and of course make sure to check out channel memberships linked down below if you're interested in further supporting the channel, as well as the links to my Twitch channel in where we do live stream Destiny Child, as well as the links to my Twitter accounts if you're interested in following me there as well. But with all of that being said, I'll catch you all in the next Destiny Child video. As always, thank you all so much for watching.